Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking 24-hour fasting. Okay, if you didn't watch the previous videos in the series, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and watch them. We started with talking about why fast, what can it do for me, how can it help me lose weight, how can it help me reverse diabetes, improve PCOS, and just make me feel better and more energetic overall. We then moved into low carbohydrate diets and how they are a fantastic way to prepare for a successful fast. And then our last video was on intermittent fasting and time restricted eating as the next step to have a kind of a successful elongated fast. Why I love starting with intermittent fasting is because we get a period of 16 hours throughout the day where we're not eating anything. And in some people that can sneak even longer into 17, 18 if they get busy during that day. So to make that next leap to a full day fast is actually not that challenging once we've been doing an intermittent fast for, a week or two. So how do we, logistically do a 24-hour fast? Well, let's break it down to real life. It's simply, go through your normal day, assuming you're intermittent fasting. That means you've had maybe lunch around 1, 2 o'clock. You've had dinner around 6. You're not going to eat after dinner. And then you're not going to eat that entire day until dinner time again. So say dinner starts at 6. That means you have your next dinner at 6. That's a 24-hour period where you didn't eat anything. It's at this 24 period of fasting mark where some people will start to find, those feelings of hunger really challenging to deal with. And this is when we have the conversation over, well, what can we do to maybe calm them down? That can be making sure we have, a lot of herbal tea on hand. Herbal tea is a fantastic kind of for just palliating or lowering that hunger feeling. We can even sip on some bone broth, whether you buy it at the store or you make it yourself. That can be, another way to just sip on a little bit of some nice, warm, soothing fluid that's going to cut that hunger down. The other option I often recommend will be using a particular supplement called exogenous ketones. There's a host of companies out there that use this. I personally use Designs for Health. And this is a supplement that won't interrupt a fast per se, but can really help drop hunger and make us feel a little satisfied and energetic so that we can keep plowing through our fasting period. As you can see, taking a step from intermittent fasting to adding in a 24-hour fast is not really that much of a stretch. So is one 24-hour fast, in your life going to change everything? No, not necessarily, but we're introducing these topics because we can use these strategically. In my practice, we'll often use 24-hour fasts strategically throughout the week. So we'll maybe do 2, 3, or even 4 24-hour fasts throughout the week so that we can start to kind of build our baseline of understanding how we tolerate these longer periods of time without eating. And then we'll build on there. But if you struggle with, difficulty losing weight, diabetes, PCOS, just low energy, or even things like hypoglycemia, this can be a valuable tool at helping regain control over those and is not the end, but more so just the beginning of creating a strategy for success at overcoming those. So to recap, today we talked about extending an intermittent fast to include a full 24-hour fast. And to put this in real life terms, this is having our dinner, not eating after dinner, and then for the full next day, not eating until dinner time again. So that would be putting 24 hours of fasting into your life. Might sound easy, not necessarily easy for some, not for others. And so with that, we want to make sure we plan for success. That is making sure we have herbal teas around, making sure we have maybe some bone broth around to calm down those hunger pangs that may come during that time, or if we're feeling a little lightheaded or feeling a little bit shaky, those can be helpful. If you attempt this and you're just like, I don't know, this doesn't feel right, eat something. That's the great thing about fasting. If something comes up where you're like, I don't know, I can't handle this right now, well, eat something and we'll try it again another day. It's free. So there's no harm in trying this. But if, of course, you're having challenge getting to those full 24-hour time periods, maybe that's a time where we got to seek someone who's got a little bit more expertise and say, what am I doing wrong, or what's going on in my physiology that I might need help with. This is what we do with a lot of our patients here at the clinic. Our next video is going to be on what's called 5-2 fasting. Okay, that is going to be basically 5 days of feasting, 2 days of fasting during the week, and we'll talk about the different permutations and combinations that we can use with that. If you haven't watched the previous videos in the series about why should we fast, how do we prepare for a successful fast with a low carbohydrate diet, implementing intermittent fasting, go take a look at those videos. And please leave any feedback below with questions that you want answered, concerns that you do have. We're looking to educate and help everybody be able to access this tool, regardless of whether or not you suffer from obesity, diabetes, PCOS, just tired all the time, or you want to optimize your health. Fasting can be a great tool. The information in these videos is provided for informational purpose only. It's not intended to substitute for the advice of your doctor or other healthcare professionals. Do not use this information for diagnosing or treating any health problem or disease, and always talk with your doctor before taking any medications, nutritional supplements, implementing any fasting routines. If you suspect you have a medical problem, contact your healthcare provider. This video does not constitute a doctor-patient relationship, and no statements have been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.